there. I might be on there once a week,
Okay.
if that.
Okay, look. Okay, Miss Vicky, now,
Yes,
I know
ma'am.
that we had to share and give information and give awareness about double standard, but I just got one question, because you know my name is Question, right? And I know your name is Answer, because you're going to give me an answer. So thank you for all the information, but what I want to know is, oh, so we don't went past PG television, so let me just go here. Well, was he nice looking, Miss Vicky? God.
Girl, he was fine. He was fine. He was a fine black man. I'm just saying. But you know, most of the women, I think, well, I don't know, because I only seen one woman, but I believe, well, maybe I won't even say that, because I was going to say most of the women are probably pretty, too, that be on there, you know, but I don't know.
I'm focusing on the man right now.
It is what it is.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing about double standards and that he was a fine individual. Did you hear her put emphasis on her S when she said fine? She didn't say fine, she said fine.
Oh, yeah, he was fine.
Thank you. See, I might have to wait till after the show to go find you. Can you send that to me, please?
They took his page down. They took his page down.
Oh, my God. You go ahead and promote, brother. You go ahead and advocate. Go ahead and advocate, brother, so I can see your picture. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. So I got another intimate one. This is called Intimate Encounter.
Going back to R-rated tunnel vision,
Well, this is something that that was brought to my attention by listening to podcasts, just like our podcast. And I heard a conversation between some women and men, or men and women, however you want to say it, talking about the double standard of you know, the man being the aggressor. When when they're intimate with a woman, or the woman being the aggressor. And so they were saying that how when the man is the aggressor, outside of marriage, when the man is being the aggressor and he doesn't ask for permission, it can lead to being like an assault or be considered a rape. But when a woman does it, it's not considered that. It's just considered that she's just aggressive in the bed, or she's just an aggressive woman. And I do know that there are dynamics where this is true, that, you know, the man assaulted the woman and the woman said no and that kind of thing. But I'm just letting y'all know there's a whole nother side to this story. There's a whole lot of women out there, and I mean, this is close to home, too. But there's a whole lot of women out there that like men to be the aggressor. And they don't want them to ask them. They just want them to aggressively, you know, be intimate with them. Sometimes even to a fault where they want pain to be involved. Sometimes, you know, that's some people, that's a chosen few or whatever. But then there's some that they want them to be... Yeah, and then there's some that it might not be, they don't want pain, but they still want them to be aggressive. They want them to grab them and, you know, all those things that you do when you're intimate. You know, grab them and kiss them or whatever the case may be, whereas there are people that have said that they've been sexually assaulted or whatever, they had that same experience, but there's just a little different dynamic. So the reason why I brought it up is because the guy was like, that's a double standard, because what about when women just grab me and just start doing things to my body that I didn't necessarily say, okay, Susie, you can do blah, blah, blah. And then he said, you know, I'm not going to say I didn't like it, but what if I didn't like it? You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, that's like a double standard. Like, isn't that considered assault? You know what I'm saying? So what I was talking to DJ Dika about earlier is that, you know, possibly one of the things that can be done is two people that come together, you know, because I know we live in a real world. This is almost 2020, I mean, and people do have conversations about intimacy, and this is saved or not. You know what I'm saying? When you get to that level. however and whenever that happens. When you get to that level, that's a kind of conversation you should have. You should let them know if you are that type of person, you need to be asked. You need to be notified of, you might not be in the mood, or you're the type of person that it don't matter. You like surprises, whatever the case may be, but just to avoid it turning into a crime. Shut up.
Yes.
To avoid it turning into a crime or a misunderstanding, because some men actually think it's okay to do that. Some women think it's okay to do that, and there's some people that don't think it's okay. So everybody needs to have a conversation, so that we can avoid this situation as a whole, because it's really a lot of confusion out there. I'm just saying.
Okay, I just want to add
one-sided. It ain't one-sided. So I need y'all to know that it's not.
Mm-hmm. We did other shows, so we're going to see if we can bring our old shows from WEXT onto the new television when it's just us, because we talked about we got to talk about that again, Bitch Vicky. We talked about having a to-do list. Not a to-do list. What do we call it? What do we call our list?
Are we still doing double standard?
Yes, we are. But let's
okay, hurry up, because I got one more.
Oh, my God. Look at here. We talked about having a list. When you date people, you got to have a list. Look here. You got to go down that list. So now we're going to have to add that to the list. Okay. Yeah. Do you like it like this? Or you like it like that? And then we got to have different levels. Do you
like it? Some people might want you to touch their hands, and some people be like, I don't hold hands until I really want to, until I'm really feeling you. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not trying to seem like I'm just talking, nasty, or what's another word for nasty? Because I can't think of it right now.
I'm not trying to. Vicky.
So anyway.
But
it's not just nasty. That's not the word I'm looking for. Oh, well, I guess that moment done passed. So anyway. So look, we got one more. We got one more. Cougars and rhinos. So why is a woman called a cougar? Why is a woman called a cougar when she dates a guy dates a guy that's 8 years or more younger than her? But a man can date a woman 8 years or younger. He's a rhino, but they don't say he's a rhino. They don't make an announcement. But they make an announcement about a woman in a second. So that is a double standard beyond double standards. Because I know so many women that have married older. Like sometimes they be going like 20 years. He's a straight rhino. You know what I'm saying? Before they got married, that's her husband now. But I'm saying before he was her husband, that was a rhino. But they don't make that announcement. You want to know how I found out the name of a man that dates a woman 8 years or 8 years or more younger than him? I had to look it up. I had to look it up on Google.
So
nobody ever told me that was called a rhino.
So you heard it here on Tunnel Vision. We about education, awareness, and empowerment. So you got awareness and education today. But let me take that rhino situation a little further. Okay? I ain't even tripping about the rhino, but thank you for teaching me something new today. Okay.
I ain't tripping about the cougar.
How come? Well, yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. Okay, how come a man, I ain't even tripping about them being a rhino. Okay, how come a man can date whatever, go out with, put a number on it? Will Chamberlain was walking around bragging about how many women he got, and he ended up getting,
I hope nobody don't get mad, but Dr. Sebi got a whole bunch of kids. He was my uncle. So, but it's like, okay.
But my point, we only got 5 minutes. Look, how come a man can date as many women, and he's looked upon as, oh, you got another notch on your belt? But let a woman do it. Oh, my
goodness. Saying, oh, he got it going on.
Yeah, but if a woman do it, oh, they called every name up under the sun, and they ain't getting praised for it. That is a double standard.
Right.
If a
Yes,
man
it
can do
is.
it, oh, I can do it too. And I'm not sitting here saying that I'm going to go date 2,500 men. Not at all. I'm just throwing that number out there because I don't even know if that's possible. But anyway, I'm just saying, if the men can have that freedom, how come us women can't have that freedom? You know, man, how come right now? I don't have nobody in my life, and I choose that. Hello? Let me say, I choose to do that. And it's okay for me to choose, because some people be tripping off of that. Okay. I am free. I be free now. I can do whatever I think I want. Okay. But how come I can't call a man up and say, look, I just want you to go out with me to this event? Why can't, you know? But a man
you
can
actually
do it. But if a
can.
woman do it. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, you got an escort, and then they start thinking of all these unmentionable things, thinking that they happen. I actually heard women that said that they date ball players, and then they said that they will meet them at the restaurant or whatever the case may be, or they might even go with them to the restaurant, and then they do not have sex with them. They be like, it's time to go, and they be like, I got to go to the restroom, and they Uber home, or they just be like, I'm going home. And they said their point was is that when they went on a date with the ball player, they only went like once on the date with them. Because they said the ball player ain't finna go through all that because they know it's too many women out there that they can get them some from. So they was like, oh, yeah, I went on a date with them one time. So I'm just saying, just because you take somebody out with you to an event, that don't mean you have to have sexual intercourse with them. You can just be on a date. But you, like you said, people jump to about females, they jump to the negative and say, oh, look at them, they a hoe, or they doing too much, you know? But if it's a man, it's like, oh, they doing what they supposed to do. Oh, one more. Let's say this one really quick. The one is because we talked about this before. When males, when they're young and they have their first sexual experience and they have it with an older female, it's looked upon as a normal thing among the male gender. But if a female have an experience with an older man, it's molestation, it's sexual abuse. But when it's a male that experiences that, oh, it's like, oh, please, what you complaining about? That was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a rite of passage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, I just want to close out our double standard with that, because that is a doggone shame. I finally heard a man admit that was like sexual abuse. Finally. But even his male counterparts did not agree with him. And this was on a media set. I heard him say that. So I'm just saying.
After he went to therapy.
We got to do better.
And then one more.
Supposed to have been the last one.
Well, I got one more. And on this whole serious note, pertaining to domestic violence, because that is one of our major areas. When this, I feel, is double standard. In society, when domestic violence comes up, the first thing people want to say is a man that hit a woman or beat a woman. But I want you to know, they got females out there that do the same thing. But it's not. I met one the other day. Not recognized. It's not recognized.
I met a guy that was abused by a woman. Yeah.
And they're not going to get their same respect. If a man goes to the police station right now and say he got beat by a woman, they be like, what's wrong with you? You punk? You know, because you're the stronger person. That's not fair. Yeah. Because there's some men out there that were raised not to hit a woman. And out of respect, they could be beating their butt, but they're not going to hit them. I give a man much respect that will not hit a woman, even though the woman's hitting them. So that's an understanding when it comes to the media as far as acknowledging a man and a woman. But we got to go. But we'll see if we got to do a part 2. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
We'll talk to you next week. Next Sunday at 7 o'clock. Peace and love. Be safe. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year 2020.